An alarm goes off at a car dealership, and Bruno, one of the top patrol dogs in Connecticut, goes in to do a search. After 5 years on the job, Bruno and his partner, Officer Bill Prue, are a tightly knit team. If there's a suspect inside, Bruno will track him down.
C-Star, police, a trained dog coming out now, release the dog.
Luckily, tonight it's been a false alarm.
I really wouldn't want to do the job without a dog. You're always going against kind of a common enemy as a canine team, so you get that bond when you have adversity and you have to work together to overcome it. A working dog is always with you. It's a very loyal animal. He's with you more than your family, and I'd say I've become really attached to Bruno, more attached than I have with any other dog.
Stories about the powerful bond between police officers are legendary, and the tale of Bruno and Bill is no exception. This team has worked every kind of case, from armed robbery and murder to traffic violations. Even traffic stops aren't routine. They are one of the most dangerous situations a cop can face. Bill knows that Bruno is always there to provide backup, just like he was 3 years ago.
Hi, how you doing?
When he saved his partner's life.
You got any ID in you? You been drinking at all?
A few years ago, I was working a night shift, and I had a car come past my cruiser really fast, almost struck my police car. And I went after it, and I pulled it over on an on-ramp of a highway. As it turned out, the license plate was stolen. As I was standing next to the car, I had the driver's door open, and I asked him to step out of the vehicle. Instead of stepping out, he started the car up, and I grabbed for the keys, and he put the vehicle into drive and took off on the on-ramp of this highway, dragging me for a good distance. I didn't call for Bruno to help me because I was afraid he'd be run over. After I was being dragged for a few seconds, I realized that Bruno was in the suspect's car, and Bruno was biting the suspect's right arm.
The powerful bond between Bruno and Bill began 5 years ago at the Police Dog Academy in Meriden, Connecticut. Every year, the team returns for a refresher course. Bruno first came to the academy after failing guide dog school because he loved to chase squirrels. What he needed was a kind of discipline a cop could deliver. But he also needed love and encouragement to overcome his fears.
Over. Over. Let's go over.
You can't be afraid to get down on the dog's level. They listen more by tone inflection. So when the dog does good, you have to be able to say, "Good boy, what a good boy, what a good boy."
Over. 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 Stay.
Bruno came close to failing the course because he was terrified of gunfire. Now it's just part of the job.
Good boy, Bruno. Good boy, Bruno. Stop that gun. Give me that gun. Give me that gun. You really have to keep the dog in practice. Most times things aren't this dramatic in real life, but the time or two you need it, the dog has to do it right.
We saw 105 on that party. Black male, about 6 feet. Wearing a white baseball cap, tan pants, and a striped shirt.
Wednesday, 9:03 p.m. A sweltering night, and tempers are rising on Columbus Avenue. There's been a multiple stabbing. Bruno and Bill are called in to cool things down.
Somebody stabbed? Yeah, Bruno can help out in a situation like this. If I'm coming up here and I'm by myself, it's nice to have the dog when we walk in there.
Potentially we have a crowd of several hundred people, and if we have to make an arrest, you're likely to upset the arrestee's friends, and you can get a very violent situation. And the dogs are great at just keeping people back. Nobody seems to want to test the police dog.
And like all cops, Bruno leads a double life.
Quite often people ask me where Bruno lives. Some people must think he just stays at a cage at the police station like a robot. And no, he comes home with me, and he's just a pet, just a big baby. And that's what you want. You want the dog to come home. You want to socialize him. You run him around kids, other animals. If he's just at work and just dealing with police issues, we often deal with really dangerous, violent people. And you don't want the dog to think that everybody's bad. It makes for a more social, friendly animal.
When I was little, I used to come out here and I would go over with Bruno, and he would be laying right here. And then I would sleep with him. I would lay up with him like this. And he would lay right next to me. And that was really nice of Bruno. He's a very good dog.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under
No matter where they are or what they're doing, Bruno takes his cue from Bill.
What do you think Bruno would do if I took my handcuffs out?
Today, he's the kind and lovable hound.
Now, Bruno's learned that when the handcuffs come out, it usually means it's time for an arrest. And that's usually the time if somebody's going to run or they're going to fight. So all Bruno's saying there is, don't run or fight, right?
Elise, this is Bruno. Whoa. He's a nice dog.
We want a dog that anybody can walk up to and pet. But on the other hand, we do need a little fire in that dog. And when we want the fire, we turn it on.
34, if you could head up toward Manchester. They've just had an armed robbery.
Tonight, a convenience store has been robbed, and Bruno's been called in to track down the suspect. To a sensitive canine nose, every person has a distinct smell, like a fingerprint. Bruno can follow the scent for miles. He's one of the best trackers in the country, with a success rate 3 times the national average. But even an expert like Bruno can meet a dead end.
Real hard pull right till I hit the road and then it just ends like you had a car.
Approximately 10% of the tracks nationwide are actually successful. In many cases, they're going to drive away. A case like this, an armed robbery, the suspect doesn't go sit in the woods and wait for us. He's got a car, and you can do a track, and you're probably not going to find anything. And it's tough on the dog because he's working as hard as he can, and he's not getting a reward out of it.
If he's unsuccessful, Bill follows up with a practice run to keep him motivated.
Find him. That's him.
The only reward Bruno ever wants is his favorite stick.
Where you go, Bruno?
Good boy, buddy. What a good guy. I know. You won that, huh? What are you...
The last call of the week is the most dangerous. An armed suspect is holed up in his apartment.
We're going to go after a guy who did an armed robbery with a knife.
The man has a history of resisting arrest, and he may not be alone.
2 of our guys will go to the front door and knock. He said in the past he's jumped out of a second-floor window. He's going to fight, use a knife, shoot, whatever he's got to do to escape.
Okay, 137 dispatch, signal 100, please.
Hey, get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside. We got shots fired. Watch that corner, Mike. You can jump out the window, you won't see him on that corner. Okay. Come.
Someone has to go in first.
Cut over.
And in dangerous situations like this, Bruno takes the lead.
D-Star, place a trained dog. Put it out now, release the dog.
Despite repeated warnings, the suspect refuses to surrender.
Get to the door, you're gonna get bit. Quiet. Come to the door, you're gonna get bit. Kneel.
When he tries to escape, no shots are needed. Bruno bites and holds the suspect. Once again, he's helped to defuse a dangerous situation. Over the past 5 years, day in and day out, Bruno has repeatedly shown his skill, bravery, and fierce dedication to his partner. He saved Bill's life twice, winning the Daniel Wasserman Award, the highest canine honor in the state. But every dog has his day, and at age 7, Bruno is close to retirement.
Bruno, come! He doesn't show any real signs of wear and tear, but it's a tough job, and I think he's earned his paycheck, and I would feel bad if I pushed him too far and something happened to him. Right now, we have a puppy in our house. He's 6 months old. His name is Dakota. When Bruno retires, Dakota will be coming to work with me instead of Bruno. I know Bruno won't be happy about that. There's going to be some problems the first day I leave with Dakota instead of Bruno.
Bill hopes that Dakota will follow in Bruno's footsteps, becoming a top police dog, a trusted partner, and a valued friend.